Hello there people, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be playing a unique map. A bit of alternate history, but mostly-ish based off the 1828 South American borders. Originally this was supposed to be Grand Colombia, Brazil and Panama versus Mexican Empire and America, but when Panama left, we had to sort out different teams because Grand Colombia and Brazil was not strong enough to beat the Mexican and United States. So one of our members suggested to switch the teams about. So the teams now was Brazil and America versus Mexico and Grand Colombia. So we did some alternate history borders to make this fair. We carved up Puerto Rico between me and Brazil. Mexico also got a lot more better land because of America's manpower difference. They had around 40,000 more manpower compared to Mexico, so that's why I gave Mexico some more land. In this alternate timeline, Mexico is really much more better, competent and stuck together as an empire. And with Spain still keeping all of the Mississippi River, when the Mexican Independence War happened, they kept nearly all of the Mississippi River, except for some territories which America grabbed up in the middle of the conflict. And with Grand Colombia in this alternate timeline, they did not collapse and stuck together. They was even able to take over Peru too, uniting it in their empire. They did sell some of Peru to Brazil to keep friendly ties with them, but America was worried this would threaten their power in the Americas, so they allied with Brazil and teamed up on Mexico. With Grand Colombia being worried they would be next on the list, they joined on the Mexican side. If you wonder about the European colonies, I gave it to Brazil and me to help the manpower. But the player who left rejoined back, so we had to make a country for him. It was nearly gonna start, so we made him into the Caribbean, but then he left. I'm sorry for me to yap on about this whole backstory for this map. Right, let's get on with the video. I hope you enjoyed this, people.
It's time for the moment you've been waiting for!
The war plan was for me to annex all of Brazil, and then I could send my reinforcements up to Mexico. I did make a small navy for the time, but America was using their navy to blockade Mexican ports, so I decided to use all the ships I did had and attack the American navy.
Yes! 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 No! No! No!
After that battle, my entire fleet was sunken. But I had to worry about something bigger. Brazil was finally pushing into Grand Colombia. Well, sort of. He only brought in a small army into Grand Colombia. But I knew if I pushed into those troops, the entirety of the Brazilian army would join in too. I did this so they could not get the jungle buff, as well because Mexico needed backup and soon. Because America was pushing in slowly but steadily. I did counted my forces and I had a little bit more compared to Brazil, but if I was wrong and I lost this battle, the war would have completely changed for the American Brazilians.
Oh my god! Oh, I did it! I did it!
I knew immediately winning that battle would not automatically make me win on this other side of the conflict, so I kept on pushing to Brazil. My main goal was to capture the capital, knowing Brazil would keep on moving their troops back to the fort when they need to heal up their troops. I was basically going for a blitz streak sort of plan. Even though Brazil was basically trying to hold me back, I still pushed in because I knew I had a better army. After quickly getting one of his smaller troops, I immediately rushed for his full-on army. They rushed back to the capital, and instead of getting the tiles one by one, instead I wanted a full-on charge in it, without occupying any more tiles. I wanted to go for one of the quickest blitzkrieg I have ever done. Of course I did mobilize more troops, but this was still very risky, especially because he could bring out mercenaries to more recruits, and using the fort buff to his advantage. But luckily, I won the battle. The fort was mine. I didn't need to worry about the fort because I had a lot more troops compared to Brazil. Earlier, I did put troops in Mexico, but I was too busy on Brazil to really do anything with my other troops in Mexico. but now I was actually able to use them now. It was going well in Brazil, but with Mexico, they needed support and quickly, because America was pushing in and pushing fast. The troops I already had in Mexico, I put them in the war goal, the Mississippi fort. Once I occupied enough Brazil land, I pushed all of my army up to Mexico, helping them out with America. And if Brazil did try to push in again, I could recruit another army because I had enough manpower to do that. Brazil did bring some of their army to the American front, but only around 15k. I did had to walk by land, taking a bit more longer to deliver my troops because America still ruled the seas, but once my troops got up to Mexico, I was able to help out my ally. Mexico pushed in. Even without my backup forces, I think he would have still won that battle. Once we won, I pushed my troops into the fort while Mexico was pushing forward on into America. Brazil tried to take my capital, but with the amount of soldiers I could easily recruit, I was easily able to push him back. I thought when I looked back in America, I was able to capture the Brazilian army, but sadly I was wrong and he was able to get away from me. I thought my terrain would slow his troops down to get back to his lands. Sadly I was wrong, so I tried to chase him down. But I didn't realize, but America was pushing also, so I pushed all of my troops into the Mississippi because America had way more numbers. Sadly, Mexico was on the other side of America. If I lost this fort to America, there would be a chance of America and Brazil to win this war if they defeated me at this fort in the Mississippi.
It's a surreal feeling. We did it. We did it!
To be honest, I was shocked I was able to win that, while I'm focusing Brazil slowly take their land, as well of Mexico slowly annexing the other side of America. This war was looking good, but the next full-on charge from the Americans knocked me out of the fort. Before he pushed me out of the fort, his 100k also had to retreat back too, which means he only had 2k on the fort. So when I got the 2k out of the fort was mine again. And soon, they surrendered.
Oh my God!
Of course, Mexico was not able to do all of the land, so I edit the borders myself to make it look like if, this whole war happened in real life and if the Mexicans and Colombia won. And I thought I did a decent job of re-editing the map to this new world order. I will be ending the video off here. If you would like to join our Game Night Discord server where we do events, link is down below if you'd like to join. And if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, hit notification bell if you want to see more. And I'll see all you people later. Have a nice day, people. See ya. Goodbye.